Hi everyone, so if you're new to my channel, I'm Nicole and I'm not a very regular uploader on YouTube, but I do enjoy uploading videos now and then. I am planning to be more regular soon. I had a phase where I was very regular uploading and I haven't uploaded in a while for personal reasons, but in the near future I really hope that I will be uploading again, very consistently so that you guys can watch my videos and not be annoyed when I don't upload. Anyway, so yes, I'm Nicole, I'm 21 and I am a vegan, and today I'm going to be talking about just chatting through reasons as to why I think you should go vegan. The first reason why you should go vegan is, firstly, there are billions of animals being killed every year, which is unnecessary for the animals, for their ethical reasons, to save the animals, to help the animals, for the planet, so for your environment, so animal agriculture and water and the amount of water we use and the amount of food we use and the amount of land that we use. The meat and dairy industry is causing a lot of pollution, and they do say that buying meat is just as bad as driving a car for about a few hours. It's not something that crosses your mind when you're buying meat, is that, oh, my carbon footprint is just increasing, or global warming is getting worse, or there's a load more pollution going into the atmosphere that does not need to be there. If you've researched veganism already and you are interested, I mean, what I kind of researched was the documentaries. So Cowspiracy for the environmental side, Forks Over Knives for the health benefits, and Earthlings for the animal rights. And then for speeches on YouTube, you can watch 101 Reasons to Go Vegan and Gary's Best Speech We'll Ever Hear, which are both amazing. And for books, there are a variety of books you can read. You can read Dr. McDougall's Reversing Diabetes. That's a really good one. How Not to Die, the China Study, the Starch Solution. There are lots and lots of books out there that you can buy or rent or get from the library, and you can read them and inform yourself and educate yourself about veganism and how it's the best way to live. First off, whenever I tell someone that I'm vegan, I always get the answer that what's the point because the whole world's not going to go vegan, or where do you get your protein from, or how are you even alive because you're not getting any protein, and all of this, and how do you get your calcium because you're not drinking any cow's milk. So all of these questions that vegans normally get asked. So first of all, protein. The World Health Organization says that we only need 5% of protein, and they actually tested it and you only actually need 2.5, but they doubled it just to be safe. So you technically only need 2.5% protein, let's just say 5% of protein every single day. And there's no such thing as protein deficiency. The only people who would get protein deficiency is extremely starving people in second world countries or third world countries, or people with extreme severe eating disorders. They're the only two people that I would think would have a calorie deficiency, but not, I think normal people could have a calorie deficiency because if you don't eat enough, as there's protein in everything. But protein deficiency in 99 or 98% of people in this planet, or whatever the percentage is, the majority of people, you won't get protein deficiency if you go vegan and if you don't eat meat and dairy. It just won't happen because there's protein in everything, and there's more protein in certain plant foods than there is in eggs and meat. And talking about protein and how protein is, something that we see as so important in our diets in the Western world especially, our body, and this is just science and biology, our body runs from glucose and sugars and carbohydrates. We are too scared of carbohydrates. Rice, pasta, couscous, potatoes, bread, just all these carbs is, and there's lots of carbs in fruits and vegetables is what we need, and in our body. And if you want to eat more protein, there's plenty of plant-based food that has a huge amount of protein in it. For example, look at legumes and your pulses and your grains. All of those things have, contain a lot of protein. So you don't need to worry about not having any protein on a vegan diet. That's something that you don't need to worry about at all. So people tend to think, oh, okay, I understand about how people are treating chickens and how they are getting the eggs from the chickens. So what if I have a chicken in my garden? I mean, that should be fine because I'm being really good to the chicken. I'm using her eggs, but it's fine. She'll just have more eggs. Actually, that's not good because a chicken is not meant to lay that many eggs per year. If you take a chicken's eggs away, she'll see that she has no more eggs, so she'll keep laying eggs and she'll keep having eggs. And that's not natural for a chicken. So a chicken should be laying, I think, about 5 to 10 eggs a year. And because we're taking away those eggs for ourselves, which again isn't really helping our health in any way, that chicken will be laying more and more eggs until, you know, you stop taking out her eggs. She just won't stop. So in terms of eggs in general and meat, yes, you do get a lot of protein from meat and eggs. You do get a lot of protein. It's clear that you do. However, you don't just get protein. You get a whole load of animal hormones, plus, you know, hormones that do not need to be in your body, and cholesterol, which is just so much fat and saturated fat. It's just so bad for our bodies. You know, if you look at hospitals, they are filled with animal eaters and meat eaters and dairy eaters. They're not really filled with vegans unless, you know, I understand that illnesses can be genetically passed down or they're hereditary, but most of the time our diets, you know, you really are what you eat most of the time, and our diets contribute a lot to our illnesses and our problems. Going to McDougall and lots of other vegan doctors out there who are reversing diseases just through diet alone. Our diet is very important in our well-being. So in terms of eggs, they are just one of the worst things you can put into your body, and we have been told, you know, by, you know, through tradition and over the years, it's what we deem as normal. You know, you wouldn't really, you know, why eat a chicken's egg? Because it essentially is a chicken's period. That's what it is. It's something that's going to turn into a little baby chick. That's not going to just be full protein for our bodies. That's just not right. That's like another animal coming to eat a woman's menstrual cycle and the remains of it that leaves our body. That's just weird, and I don't understand, and we're the only species in the world that do this, and I don't understand why we do it. I don't even know who started this, but they must have been crazy wacko, because who thinks, oh look, there's a chicken having a lovely little baby chick, let's go and eat it before it even forms in the egg. It just doesn't make any sense. So you are putting a lot of hormones into your body. And in terms of milk, I don't understand why cow's milk. Why do you drink cow's milk? Would you go up to a cow and suck on its udder? I don't think you would. You know, that milk from the cow is meant to be for her baby calf. It's meant to be for the calf, for her, you know, newborn, her baby cows. That's why it's there. That's why she lactates during pregnancy, and female cows lactate, obviously, and then it's to feed her babies when they are born, just like our parents feed us and breastfeed us when we are born. That's when we are naturally meant to be drinking milk, naturally from our mother. That's when we have to drink milk. But taking it from other species and carrying on the milk process from our whole lives, from a cow, because for some reason that's probably the best milk and it's got the most calcium, it just doesn't make any sense. And again, we are the only species who takes something from another animal which is actually causing harm to our bodies. I mean, you know, obesity is a huge problem in this world, and don't you think like it's something to do with our diets? Like, it's just not natural to be eating or drinking dairy. It just isn't natural to be eating eggs and drinking milk. It really isn't. It just doesn't make any sense, you know. And in terms of how corrupt the dairy industry is, people think they have this amazing vision that you buy organic free-range chicken, organic free-range milk. It really, just because it's organic, it doesn't mean that that cow is going to be mating in a field and naturally lactating, and then us naturally taking her milk nicely with the hands, and then in a little bucket, and we're going to sell it to the shop. That's not how it goes. Legally and logically, that's not right, and that doesn't make any sense, because the meat and dairy industry make a lot of money, and purely there's not enough land and not enough water, not enough food to do that, to you know. And even if the cows were in fields, to get the milk, that is still unjust and it's still not right, because we are taking something from another being, which is totally unnatural. Because, you know, that milk that we get from our mother when we are breastfed, those are the nutrients that we need for however long we need them, because every child is different, to grow and to you know, to develop. And then we eat all the minerals and the plants and all the carbohydrates and the glucose for our body to keep us going and to get us strong, you know. And there's calcium, so much calcium in all plants. All of it is in plant food. You do not need to take milk from another being, from another species. It doesn't make any sense. And in terms of, you know, how the cows are treated, it's a form of rape, because the cow has to be pregnant to lactate, obviously, just as a woman has to be pregnant. So it is a form of rape to artificially inseminate, you know, into the cow, for the cow to then be pregnant and then to lactate. And then when she has her baby cows, most dairy industries take away the males and either take them to the meat industry to then be sold and killed and fed and grown for meat. And then some actually kill the males because it's got nothing to do with the dairy industry and it's not going to get them any money. And most of the time the females obviously just grow up to have that awful life in a cage, strapped up to a milking machine and being raped every now and again. It is a form of rape, actually, and that's their life, and that's not a life for anyone, or an animal, being, human, mammal. It's not a life for anyone, and it's just wrong. So going on to our natural instincts, and this is something that, again, people think, yeah, but look at cavemen, you know, they with spears and they killed the animals for food, and that's what we are naturally meant to do. No, we are herbivores. If you look at our jaw and the way our jaw goes side to side to eat, that motion is to grind down plants. We are built and made to eat plant foods. We are not built to take dairy from other, you know, take milk and eggs from other beings and to kill other animals to eat meat. You know, most humans, if not all humans, are compassionate people. And when you see, you know, especially earthlings, it just completely, I can't touch most non-vegan products because it just makes me feel ill. So I highly recommend to go vegan, because it's really not your natural instinct. You wouldn't go and kill an animal with your bare hands. And I mean, yeah, maybe you would if you were on a desert island and you were really starving, but you're not. You know, we are built to survive off fruit and veg and carbs and potatoes and pasta and things that were made to eat, you know. Obviously pasta is processed, but it's something that we've made that's still plant-based, so it's perfectly fine to eat. You know, we've evolved a lot and we've created lots of recipes and amazing chefs, but you don't have to kill animals and hurt animals to get nutrients and to have a lovely life full of calcium and protein, because that's just not true. I really hope you research about veganism. It's the best decision I've made in my whole life, and I'm really glad that, you know, I have converted myself into veganism, because it is really the best way of life. I mean, if you asked me about 5 years ago that I'd be vegan, I think, you know, you're crazy. I used to think like others, and how people normally think now is that veganism is extreme. What's extreme is taking milk from a cow. You know, why a cow? Why not a gorilla, a giraffe, a hippo? Why do we choose cows? It doesn't make any sense. And take that milk from that cow, which is meant to be for her baby cow, and to double that baby cow in triple in size. Hence why it's making us so fat and obese and giving us all these problems. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. It just, you know, I used to think that, but it really isn't extreme. I think, you know, and a vegan diet is not restricting in any way. You can thrive and you can eat so much vegan food and you don't need to gain any weight. I mean, maybe you do gain weight, but you will eventually, you know, be fit and slim and strong, you know, and you'll be a healthy human being if you follow a vegan diet. And it doesn't happen overnight. You do your research, you have a look at how you've done it and how you will do it and how others have done it, and it will, you know, it will work out for you if you're interested. But I do highly recommend veganism, and it's one of the best ways to live. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all soon. Bye.